Hey everyone, John here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Kaplan OAT Prep course. I'll quickly break down how this course works and the features you get, how their price compares to other OAT courses we've reviewed, and of course, give you my thoughts on whether I think it's worth it. And by the way, I just want to mention up front here that since this is just a quick video review and I'll sort of be limited to talking about just the major highlights, if you want a deeper dive or need more detail, make sure to check out our full detailed written review of Kaplan over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight Kaplan OAT course review. All right, so let's start by discussing how the Kaplan course works. So the Kaplan OAT study materials are broken out into different courses, as they call them, for each of the 6 subjects tested on the exam. And there's also a bonus 7th course that covers strategy. Then, within each subject-based course, there's a number of modules to complete. Some courses have just a couple modules, while others, like biology, have close to 10. But in any event, each module is comprised of a bunch of different types of assignments and study material. Just about every module starts by having you read a chapter from the accompanying Kaplan ebook, and then from there, there's a mix of tasks. You'll watch video lessons, work quizzes of varying difficulty, read through recaps with a K. Those are quick and simple explainers like condensed notes or outlines, and sometimes you'll review 3D models. Honestly, it's a nice mix of assignments in each module. But that's just the self-paced materials. Around this, Kaplan also offers several live classes per week, which are totally optional. These are more like live streams on specific test topics, and you can drop in and out as you want. Then finally, near the middle to end of the course, you'll start taking full-length mock exams. Those are back-weighted as you get closer to exam day. And if that all sounds like a lot, it's kind of because it is. Kaplan is definitely one of the more comprehensive and material-intensive courses that we've reviewed. But I also know that's very high level, and I covered it pretty quickly. So like I said, if you do want to see a more detailed breakdown of exactly how this course plays out, make sure to check out that full review that I mentioned. I'll have it linked down below for you in the description. I have more detail over there so you can get a better feel for what to expect. Now, before I dive into what we like and don't like about Kaplan, I just want to quickly talk about the different course options that Kaplan offers and how much they cost. So essentially, Kaplan offers the same course called Limitless Prep, but with different price points, all based purely on content access period. You can choose Limitless Prep for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. It just depends on how long you want access to the Kaplan course for. These options start at $700 and go up to $1,600 for the 12-month version. Now, stepping back and putting that in perspective, Kaplan is more expensive than the other major prep providers in the OAT space. OAT Booster goes for around $350 and OAT Bootcamp charges about $500. So Kaplan is a couple $100 more expensive. However, what I'll say here is that Kaplan does frequently run sales and special promotions, and a lot of times you can find their packages on sale. So make sure to check out the description below before buying. I'll do my best to keep that description down below the video screen updated with the most current discounts that I might find out there, and you can probably save yourself some money if you decide to go with them. In my experience, you can usually save around 10% on the Kaplan packages. Okay, so now that we've talked about how the program works and how much it costs, I'm gonna give you a few things that I really like about Kaplan and a few things that I also didn't really like. But let's start with the positives. And the first thing that stands out about Kaplan's courses compared to others is the sheer volume of study material. This is probably the most comprehensive prep course in the OAT prep industry. Between the live classes, video lectures, reading assignments, high-yield recaps, quizzes, and full-length tests, it's just a ton of study material and resources. They just cover more material in more ways than any other course that we've reviewed. And I think the benefit of this is that it's great for all types of learners. Whether you're a visual learner or text-based learner or one of those people that just learns best by doing, Kaplan pretty much covers all the bases and you're never gonna run out of study material. Then second, another major highlight of this prep program is the fact that they offer live classes. No other major prep provider does this. OAT Bootcamp, OAT Booster, Princeton Review, no one else provides live classes. So this is obviously an easy edge that Kaplan has over others. And even at that, the live classes are legitimately good. They're all taught by subject matter experts for the subject you're on, and they dive deep into the weeds, providing strategies for specific test sections and getting very granular on how to solve certain problem types. I think they are a huge benefit. Then, the third highlight here to note is the 3D models that Kaplan uses. This is a really cool feature. To help explain a lot of topics, particularly in the biology and chemistry modules, Kaplan layers in these 3D models that allow you to visualize what you're learning about. The tech is very legit, and I think it's great for visual learners. It's a major advantage. It's just such a cool, interactive, and visceral way of engaging with the material and learning. And finally, the fourth thing that I want to note here is Kaplan's recaps. Like I mentioned a minute ago, these are brief summaries of the material you get in your reading assignments. Kaplan basically takes each chapter and distills it down into the most critical, need-to-know info in slide form. And some even have graphics, which are really helpful. Basically, I just think these recaps are a great way to review high-yield info and drive home that material from each unit. Okay, so that covers what I like. Now let's get to the things that I don't necessarily like. But before I get to that, I do just want to mention that every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a totally free prep course to one lucky person. I'll put all the details down below in the description on how to get entered, but just know it takes like 10 seconds and hey, you never know, you could win a totally free Kaplan course. All right, so to the negatives with this course. And the first thing that kind of jumped out at us with Kaplan is poor course organization. Basically, Kaplan just buckets all of the material into these different courses based on tested subjects, which is all right. Others like Bootcamp and Booster do the same thing, but it's just not a well-designed portal. On the dashboard, there's just links to the various courses with no real direction, and even the to-do section on the right side isn't really a list of things to do. It's just a listing of the upcoming live class schedules, so that's kind of confusing. And there's a tab for courses on the left, but again, that's just a set of links over to the different courses. And even the calendar tab is just a calendar view of the upcoming live classes, not assignments on your to-do list. You do eventually get the hang of it, but basically, I just think Kaplan could spend some time cleaning up and fixing their portal to make it more user-friendly. And second, this kind of ties back into my first point, but the study schedule that they give you kind of stinks. For one, it's in a separate PDF rather than being integrated into the dashboard, which doesn't make a ton of sense to me. And for two, it's not really that helpful. It gives you some very high-level guidance on what to be studying on a week-by-week basis, but it isn't very granular or directive in any way. At least the PDF Bootcamp and Booster study schedules give you very clear step-by-step instructions on what to be studying each day. So I think this is a related feature that Kaplan could fix. And lastly, my final negative here is that this course is largely textbook driven. They do give you all kinds of different mediums to learn, like video lessons and classes, but at the end of the day, the Kaplan course book steers everything. The modules in each course are all organized in alignment with the textbook chapters, and even the live classes generally track sections of the book. Plus, your chapter reading assignment is the very first task in every module. So this is definitely a book-driven course. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and it does give the course a really nice common thread, but for people that aren't big textbook learners, it could be an issue. But anyway, that about covers the detail in this review, so let's get to my final thoughts. Is Kaplan's OAT prep course worth it? Well, in the end, I don't think Kaplan is for everyone, but generally speaking, this is a very good course with rock solid materials. Here's who I would say Kaplan is best for. If you want or need live classes, whether because that's how you learn best or you just need the accountability and commitment that comes with live classes, then go with Kaplan. This is a huge advantage that they have over others. And second, if you just burn through study material and plan to really immerse yourself in your prep for a couple of months, Kaplan's an awesome choice as they provide more study material than any other OAT course that we've taken and reviewed. And on the flip side of all that, if you're just looking for a leaner course that's maybe a little cheaper and focuses on just visual instruction like video lessons, then check out OAT Booster or OAT Bootcamp. They're both good options. But for super comprehensive prep coverage, I think Kaplan is a great choice. But anyway, that's all I've got for you. I hope this video's been helpful and you learned a little something about Kaplan's OAT course. If so, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and drop me a quick comment below. That would be really appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full detailed written review that I mentioned earlier in this video, just hop on over to our website. Again, that's testprepinsight.com, or you can check out the other videos we have on our YouTube channel. We've got a bunch of great content out there. But as always, thanks for watching, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.